Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
We're tracking severe weather in the valley tonight. Storm chaser Eric Whitehill has been covering tornado warnings and strong storms that have been sweeping through our area. Large hail and strong winds have been reported. Our storm team has been tracking these storm systems all evening, and meteorologist Justin Fanfarelli joins us now with the very latest. Justin?
And thank you, Melanie, and good evening, everybody. Yeah, we are still seeing some storms moving across our southern and our southeastern viewing area as of right now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for southern Marshall County, but that is just out of our viewing area. Some of the storms are strengthening down there. Making our way across Otter Tail County, southern Becker County, into Wadena and Grant County. We are still seeing some stronger storms, heavy rain, lots of lightning, and every once in a while you could see these storms strengthen to produce a dime-sized hail, and there could still be some wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour from these, and these stretch all the way back into Traverse, Roberts, and northern Marshall County as of right now. No active warnings across our counties, but still some strong storms possible over the next 1 to 2 hours. The good news is north of that, we are just seeing a decrease in cloud trend, partly cloudy to mostly clear skies, and that will continue through this evening as temperatures fall as the wind flips around to more of a northerly direction. Cooler, dry air filters in, clear skies tonight, and we're going to have plenty of sunshine for the day tomorrow. We'll tell you what to expect for the next 7 days. It's coming up later in the newscast.
Okay, so a couple more hours of those stronger storms in our viewing area, it sounds like.
Yeah, especially into Otter Tail, Grant, and Wadena County. And then we are going to have a really nice overnight and day tomorrow.
Good. Thank you, Justin. And breaking news tonight, law enforcement officials believe a possibly dangerous man that caused a Fergus Falls neighborhood to shelter in place is now in the Fargo area. 34-year-old Christopher Wilkins of Fargo was the driver of a vehicle that led police on a 6-mile pursuit through Fergus Falls yesterday afternoon. When the pursuit ended in a heavily wooded area, Wilkins fled on foot. The 2 other occupants of the vehicle were taken into custody a short time later. Their names have not yet been released. Officers believe Wilkins was given a ride early this morning from Fergus Falls to a location in Fargo. Fergus Falls and Fargo police are working to catch him. Wilkins has previously appeared in our Valley's Most Wanted. We're also following a developing story out of Grand Forks. A man was fatally shot by 2 police officers very early this morning. Around 3:17 a.m., officers came across 2 people near the intersection of South 22nd Street and 24th Avenue South. The original report was for a suicidal subject armed with a gun. Police say the armed person refused commands from the officers and they fired their weapons in response to a perceived threat. Names of the victim and the officers are not being released at this time. The officers involved have been placed on standard administrative leave.
This is a trying time for everyone involved, and we would just ask that the public keep them in your thoughts and prayers and perceive and not make a rush to judgment until all the facts have been portrayed.
The Bureau of Criminal Investigation is continuing to look into the shooting. Extremely high wind speeds overnight and into the morning left many people in the Northern Valley waking up to some significant damage. In Grand Forks, one of the areas hit hardest by the storm saw downed trees blocking sidewalks and even cut the power for some along University Avenue. Valley News Team's Joseph Ojo traveled to the area, and he shows us some of the carnage the storm left behind.
It woke me up a few times around like 4:30.
Michael Jacobson says he thought he was fully prepared for any major storm in his area. But he says Sunday morning severe weather was something he could never possibly expect. His car, along with his roommate's car, ended up trapped and pinned under several tree branches.
First thought was just clean up, like it was going to be a nuisance, and I went out and made sure the cars were okay.
The storm cut off power for some along University Avenue as well, and a number of downed trees caused pedestrians to use the streets as a walkway.
In Grand Forks, this is pretty much the worst I've had it. I mean, I've had buddies have, trees go down in some of the houses that they were renting, but yeah, for us, I think this is probably the worst it's been.
Several people we caught up with cleaning up after the storm banded together to help their neighbors. You can see this man here cutting off branches in front of his home telling us that he is taking precaution so that if another storm strikes, his house would not be affected.
If we want to leave, we're gonna have to clean it up.
For Matt Kretschmar and his roommate Jacobson, while they know the cleanup process will take up much of their day, they are more than grateful that no one in their neighborhood was hurt.
We might just try to cut up the branches and then we'll just probably throw them in the backyard until they dry out.
That was definitely a relief. Going to school a little short on money, so don't want too much damage from the storm.
From Grand Forks, Joseph Ojo, Valley News Live.
Other areas also experienced significant damage from this storm. One of the hardest hit was the New Rockford area and just north of there in Cheyenne. Check this video out. This is of the New Rockford Airport where the hangar was destroyed and a couple planes scattered. There have been multiple reports of numerous trees down and uprooted, power lines down, and sheet metal scattered. The New Rockford Fire Department says travel is very difficult throughout town, but they say there are no injuries reported at this time. We're still waiting to find out if the mother of a 4-month-old baby that was found dead will face any charges. At last check, Justice Lang, was still being treated at a Fargo hospital. Stutsman County Sheriff Chad Kaiser says no charges have yet been filed, and his department will need some time to investigate before issuing any. Kaiser is unsure of when the baby passed, but he says an autopsy will be conducted to find out how long the baby has been dead. The search launched after it was reported Lang and her baby had been missing since Monday. When Lang was found, she was taken into custody at the Carrington Police Department before being taken to the hospital for treatment. During the summer, sidewalks and streets can rise to blistering temperatures. While most people wear shoes to protect their feet, are you protecting the paws of your animals? Valley News Team's Katie Opperly looked into how hot days could mean painful burns for your pets.
Most people are aware that a hot day can spell danger for animals. Pet owners like Emma Peterson say they do everything they can to keep them safe in the summertime.
When it's really hot out, I like to make sure that my dog has water. Preferably try to make it colder. Sometimes I like to pour it over his head to make sure that he cools off.
But not many people know that pavement can reach scorching temperatures that can cause serious damage to our friends that walk on all fours.
I did not know that they could burn their paws.
While exercise is essential to keeping pets healthy, walking on hot sidewalks and streets could lead to painful burns. Companies like PetSmart suggest testing the ground for yourself, and if it's too hot for you, it's too hot for your animal. Burns can be prevented by avoiding walking on streets or sidewalks during the hottest times of the day, walking in grass, or even having animals wear protective gear.
Sometimes pavement does get really warm. I've never really noticed it before. Now, obviously moving forward, that's going to be something that I'm going to keep in the back of my mind to make sure that we're kind of going in the grass.
PetSmart suggests keeping a close eye on your furry friends so that you can notice any signs that it may be in distress. In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
If the paws of your animals do receive burns from walking on a hot surface, you can call a vet or animal hospital for help treating the injury. The soccer team of boys and their coach stuck in a Thai cave are slowly being rescued. The latest right after this break.